Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire episode 81. So, a little reminder of what's going on in our teeny little outpost. We managed to destroy a rather large mech cluster that came in from the south. Well, actually it wasn't a cluster, it was just a mech raid, but there was a lot of enemies. We also got a new mech cluster landing on us. It's a psychic suppressor mech cluster, which means that all of the males in our colony, which is to say everybody but Hippie and Leth, so the other 5, are only working at 50% consciousness, which means they are slow and ineffective in combat, which is tricky. We also have this toxic spewer site, which I really would like to destroy while it is temperate out. So, here is my game plan. And my game plan, I am going to trigger just about immediately. What I plan on doing is loading up these turrets with EMP shells and high explosive shells, getting them ready to destroy as much as I can up there. JD and Gabe hopping on the mortars. Leth is a bit different. Leth here is going to grab the Masterwork rifle, and Hippie, this will be a little odd, but Hippie, yeah, you are going to grab a beer, actually. Let's have you drink that beer and eat a fine meal. I want to make sure that she doesn't have a mental break. Bash, you're going to do the same. Grab some fine meals. They're very tired from the amount of work that they've had to do recently. Okay, Raptor is going to hop on the steel mortar as well. So essentially, I'm going to be having my males in the colony do the mortarings. And the females will do the sniping. So Phoenix, you are going to be on the last mortar. Bearing needs, yes, your needs are fine. And then Bash is going to float because he is with a shield belt, which might help get Hippie able to psycast. Because she might need cover. So we're going to get these steel mortars loaded up. Now, the reason why I need 2 EMPs is because even though the low mech shield isn't designed to intercept mortars, the EMP shells might impact its shielding instead of the high mech shield. So just in case that happens, I'm going to double send the EMPs. And now Hippie is going to grab a sniper rifle and get in a position here. Now, if you're wondering why here, there's a nice little rock outcropping, and also it is just beyond the maximum range of the turrets. And what I could do here is to build a little roof so that I don't get toxic buildup once I'm in position. And I just have my snipers out here in case there's something worth shooting. You know, if they have centipedes or something like that. So all of my mortars are now loaded up. And we are just waiting on Hippie to get into position. And Leth to build that little roof. Now, if all goes according to plan, which rarely it does, but if all goes according to plan, I will have the toxic spewer destroyed this season as well. So in order to set these up, the force target for the EMPs are going to be the high mech shield. And then the force targets for the high explosive shells are going to be the unstable power cells. So that we might be able to trigger the unstable power cells to blow up the suppressor and make it a lot easier for the males of my colony to move around and be functional yet again. Okay, she's almost in position, so let's go release, hold fire. And these are the EMP volleys. And then following up, high explosives. So we only really have enough EMP shells for a few volleys. So let's watch. The high mech shield is definitely stunned. The low mech shield was just destroyed. So one of the interesting side effects of this, I'm going to hold fire a second. With the high mech shield, or low mech shield rather, destroyed, we only really need to send one EMP now per volley. But it also means that Hippie and Leth are going to fall back. There's really no point in staying around anymore. And I'm going to get Hippie and Bash in position to drop some psychic psycasts on these mechs, while the other guys refill their mortars ready for yet another. So my explosives, my triple explosives, are going to aim for these triple unstable power cells. And my EMPer is still going to aim for the mech shield, the high mech shield. So EMPer fires. Actually, don't fire yet. Now fire. No. Hold on. You're aiming weird, aren't you? There we go. Yeah, you were aiming weird. And then everybody else, force target. I'll set it yet again and fire. Good. That looks good. So Bash has lowered consciousness as a result of the psychic suppression. So he's only really moving at 62%. So he's not going to be able to dodge very much. This is actually why I didn't have my males in the colony sniping or anything like that, because they just wouldn't be able to react quick enough to get to cover or whatever. Okay, we blew something up. I don't even know what was there, but it was a failure. We didn't actually hit what we were aiming for. Okay, now I have Bash ready to absorb shots. And for all these Lancers, I think what I'm going to do is probably lure them close. So here comes... Oh, the high explosive shell might have launched first. It's hard to tell. Okay, the high shield is gone. It got exploded. So at this point, all regular shells, all aiming for this spot is fine. There's no more mortar shielding that exists. Now, Lethier is just a glorified human target, trying to lure these mechs in. And on they go. And let's get the minis up and running to fight the Scythers. Trying to reduce the damage to these turrets if possible. One turret is okay. All right, and of course, Bash and Hippie are more or less concerned about the big mechs, but I will take the opportunity to send Scythers against these small ones. So let's double-click here, turn these off, and lure the remaining mechs closer to the base. All right, come on, Mortar folks. How are we faring? I want one awesome volley, so I'm going to tell them to hold fire, and we're going to do like a 100% everybody launch all at once. All right, so the Scythers are no longer hostile. Just waiting to lure them in. Let's get shot at, so we're going to turn everything back on, except for the damaged autocannon turrets. All right, and let's do a quick health check. These are fine. Turn those on. Anything healthy enough will get flipped. There we go. All right, there's only one Scyther left. So once that Scyther's down, I could really lure them in quite close. Mortars. Come on. Oh, no, 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 no. Aim into the wrong spot. I don't want my high explosive mortar Phoenix. Aim correctly, thank you. All right, now let's drag the rest of these mechs in considerably so that the autocannon turrets are within range. Turning everything off and lure them close. And then probably trying to get Mr. Charge Turret close as well. You know what I could do? I feel like something big just blew up. Is Berserk this guy to get him damaged? No? You still haven't hit anything? Oh, God, you guys. At this point, I guess you blew up a charge turret. But yeah, at this point, not a lot of faith in their mortaring abilities. We're just about out of shells. So I don't really want a flaming centipede to do damage to anything. So if that's the case, we still have fire foam up and around here. So let's get... I'm going to bring it in a little closer, actually. Ooh, a flash storm. It's nice to not have to stare at green for a moment. All right, let's take cover. All on. 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 And on. All right, so these will get shredded, I think. All right, mortar men, please, please blow this thing up. I beg of you. I could do it in snipers, but it would be really, really, really annoying, is all I'm going to say. All right, so they have one centipede left. Let's go ahead and lure it close. Take it out with the autocannons. Okay, yeah, all right. I could live with this. So at this point, obviously, as you can see, the second suppressor is just about downed. And I think for maybe this spot, I'd be able to snipe it. I'm going to have Leth and Hippie go home. Bash 2. All right, once you are in the mouth of the trap, turn everything on. Bye-bye, centipede. All right, that is done. So now we're just Oh, you guys were still mortaring. No? Well, maybe we'll hit it. That would actually be convenient. Or maybe they won't. So the remainder is just a little sniping that needs doing. But I'm going to get everyone the opportunity to recover some of their mood. All of my defenses are turned off. And only one turret to replace. And maybe a fire foam popper and a spike trap. Or 2 fire foam poppers and 5 spike traps. I don't know, something like that. 3 fire foam. Whatever it is, it's a cost that is not as bad as it could have been. This is the TLDR. Oh, some random machinist is wandering in. Alan Webster. Well, Alan, welcome to hell. Okay, JD is working on shredding some mechs. And now we have more reloading and rearming and all that jazz to do as well. Again, our iron, or our steel rather, getting depleted. So once Leth is up, I'll send Leth to do the sniping. I think I could do it without risking very much. Oh, you were just waiting for medical treatments. Okay, let's get you up and out of here. Nothing like a 2 in the morning raid. Bash, you're gonna tend to her. No flirting, though. Now, I did have some feedback about whether or not I should send nutrient paste meals to my ally. I plan on it, but they don't make for good things to send to an ally, because my allies could barely care about nutrient paste meals. Taking a look at these turrets, let's do a quick little painting of the zoning that is like safe. It's about that. No, it's even further. All right, so don't cross those lines and we'll be good. And Leth is on the march to go deal with that. Hi, Webster. You don't even have anything to trade, do you, buddy? Not judging. It's fine. So from this spot, I think we'll be within sniping range. Yep. No longer suppressed. That's all I was really trying to do. So now at this point, it's just 2 charge turrets, and we can easily skip a brawler into them, annihilating them with, really very little effort. So that'll work for me. And then what is left is the toxic spewer. I do want to make some additional cataphract helmets. So I'm going to do until I have 2, made by, of course, JD. Because I sold some that were damaged. Hippie and Bash. Let's take a quick look. Hippie, you could probably grab a meal. And I'm going to have Hippie and Bash deal with the remaining mechs. And Maverick is pregnant. So it is just shy of freezing out. I think that's... So I think what I'm going to do is actually send these nutrient paste meals, so about 80 of them. Let's set them to launch. Done. Because they're going to rot pretty soon. And there's no point in having them rot. Okay, so Bash and Hippie are going to take out the Inferno turret, as I think that's going to be the most annoying. Whoa, not that way. Going around the back here, back of the mountain, and then sneaking in. Okay, Bash did get set on fire. Was hoping to be able to avoid that. What's funny is I'm in deep snow here, so it's like... It's like, what the heck? There we go. Now I can't get... Oh, I'm still on fire. Jeez Louise. Come on, Bash. Just... You're in deep snow. Just drop and roll, dude. Alright, I'm gonna need to aid him, because this is getting absurd. There. You're no longer on fire. Now go. Man, he has a lot of burns. He couldn't figure out how to, you know, it literally is deep snow, thick snow. Couldn't figure out how to drop and roll, I guess. Okay, that one's gone. Dealt with. Luckily, he has the healing enhancer. And I think what I'm going to actually do is just skip him over to the last one. Hippie. Skip. And then take cover. Alright. An unlucky, very lengthy, an unlucky and very lengthy fire there, but we're done. We're done. Unrestrict. The avoid zone can be deleted. And then my animals can be put back on unrestricted hauling. I can start to haul the plasteel or steel or components back to the base. Trying to get them to grab more than just a few in one haul. Now, there still is toxic fallout, of course, and we're going to want to clear out as much of it as possible. But I'll probably do that once Bash is fully healed. I'm not going to go with a wounded and incomplete group. Okay, there we go. Got all the components. I probably could have caravaned that for half the effort. All right, let's get Bash tended to. With his healing enhancer, really shouldn't be too long. And then we're going to pod over and deal with the lovely toxic spewer. But before we do that, we should load up some of these nutrient paste meals before they spoil, because it is too warm now. It is officially springtime. And as you can see, the snow is clearing. And Raptor's throwing a party. Yeah, I mean, it's a springtime party. I get it. I get it. Bash hasn't even been tended to and is almost healed up. All right, 60. 70. 80. And this will be sent to the machinists. They barely care. It's only +6, but it was going to rot anyway, so... I would like to caravan the rest of the meals before they rot, so I'm just going to use the trick here. The problem is I'll probably have to draft JD to get him to where I want him to go. Or cancel caravan forming, and then this is the really weird way to solve it. Put him No, he's sort of ignoring. He's attending the party anyway. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I can draft him without canceling the party. That's good. All right, we'll do one more caravanning. Sometimes when you draft during parties, it thinks you're in combat, and as a result, it will cancel the party. All right, so that is the remainder of the meals, and they fit snugly. And now you can attend the party. Bash is fully healed. So tomorrow morning, the plan, of course, will be to the showdown at the spewer, I think. The machinist, trade caravan of, let's do exotics. And someone will need to stick around home because trade caravans won't do anything if you're not home. They won't really drive to trade, so that's going to be important to do. So, I think in an ideal world, Raptor would stick around here for the trade. But I think realistically, given his psy-casting strength, he needs to probably go on the raid. I'm going to have him give a throne speech, trying to encourage everyone for a good battle up and coming. And Bash actually wants to attend for once. I'm just trying to get everyone to attend. There we are. Is this everyone? It is. All right, Raptor. You have everyone's attention. Please don't mess this up. But due to Raptor's unbelievably happy mood, he's infectiously spreading that around with his harmony here. So here, as you can see, it's a plus 15, which is pretty amazing. For just standing near Raptor gives you a plus 15. I mean, that's awesome. Surely offsets any sort of negative moods that we might otherwise have. Pretty soon we're going to need to... Oh, it's a terrible... Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. My goodness, man. Okay, well, I did say that I was going to head out. So, here we go. I'm going to send... everybody but maybe Leth and Gabe, my night crew. So, Leth, I'll switch you over to a charge lance. And JD, you're going to take a sniper rifle. And then have you guys head on out. So, everybody minus Leth and Gabe. Days of food. Oh, wait, we're on simple meals only. I'll bring fine meals and change their food preferences over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks fine. Accept. And for a sign, everybody that's heading out will be on nice meals except for Leth and Gabe because they're sticking her home. All right. Time to rally. Launch. Here. Edge. Oh, it's not so bad. So there's the mech cluster, which is easily avoidable. And the Reapers, which there really aren't too many, and they all but one looks ranged, or melee rather. Unfortunately, I have sniper rifles. I didn't really know what they were going to have, so it's not ideal weapons for this fight. But I couldn't have known that. And Phoenix and Bash don't have helmets. I probably should have switched with Leth and Gabe, but let's hope that it doesn't become an issue. These guys are not particularly well equipped. So I'm not super concerned about wounds here. So the spewer is going to be in this this area. Ooh, good hit. And as long as we avoid, and let's do an avoid zone. As long as we avoid the mech cluster, we should be able to get a whole lot of components as well. So Hippie and Raptor will... Oh, hi, that's cheeky. I didn't see you. Do we just go in there without knowing what's in there? Yeah, Raptor's in there. Okay. So you guys bash that spewer, and everybody else is going to break down the ship chunks or components. And then when we actually disassemble it, just load them up into your pockets. Because I don't think we're going to be able to reform Caravan, given that this is a hostile... Oh, no. Oh, God, no. On. I didn't realize it got that warm that quick. Okay, there we go. A little bit of a waste of meat, but hopefully the freezers came on in time. In fact, let's not even be shy about this. I'll turn them all on. All right, we are. It's going to be frozen in just a second here. Okay. Picking up the wood. There's other materials here as well, but I don't think I'm going to be spending time grabbing all of them. We're just mostly here for the spewer. And components is a nice, you know, bonus, but that's all it is, a little bonus. So I don't have to make them later. Okay, spewer's nearly down. Sight's gone. And let's just try to fill our pockets with the remaining materials that we can. And we'll get on out of here. We're going to want to leave soon-ish. Because we only have a limited amount of food and we have a bit of a walk home. Alright, so that's too heavy for Bash already. Yeah, we're almost full pockets. My constructor's wandering dangerously close to the mech cluster, which is concerning. But the avoid zones got set up correctly, so shouldn't be that much of a problem. JD, you can pick up 3. Let's do that. And then there's also skin spiders, and they're going to get hungry. So I got to be careful of that as well. All right, too heavy already. Where is Hippie? Oh, too heavy for Hippie. Too heavy. I think we're good. Nope, Phoenix has some carry weight. Where is Phoenix? You are here. And Raptor. Oh, Phoenix. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Hippie, go to exit. JD, go to exit. Phoenix, you get moving. Bash. That was my bad. I drafted him, dragged him through. All right, Hippie's the only one here now. We'll be out of this site with all of the loot entering landfall with 78 components. That's not bad. That's not a bad take. And we have a day of food and 0.7 days of travel. So all in all, feel pretty good about that. Wasn't the most elegantly done, but we got it done. We now have a clear and clean bill of health. At this point, I can start turning off most of my heaters, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Keeping only a few token ones on because it is 13 Celsius or 55 Fahrenheit out. Not a temperature that is to be feared. These guys should heal up pretty quick. And we'll get home. So, I don't have any quests other than the protecting the monument for 1.7 more days, which is not too long. We are going to be able to travel anywhere we want because there's no longer toxic fallout. And... ooh, a clutch of eggs. Leth, let's have you haul the wood. We'll soon have a new batch of beer because we did run out of beer recently. We have visitors, machinist visitors. Between Leth and Gabe, I guess Leth is the better trades person. Negotiator. So we'll get Leth negotiating. Here, you want my crab eggs? Actually, they're kind of worth more to me hatched than they are to you. So never mind. But the ruined pants, you can have some ruined pants and cloth dusters that I made a long time ago. Doesn't look like they have really anything that would interest me. They have medicine, component. But welcome visitors anyway. And grab the remaining wood before there's like a flash storm that burns it or something stupid. I can see that happening. There's no wildlife here, which is good. Now there's a lot of slag that I might be able to process in the brief temperate time. So I'm going to put my smelter up there with the unstable power. I'm willing to risk unstable power for this purpose, so, you know, maybe we lose it, maybe we don't. Leth needs a doctor, but these guys will be home soon enough. We didn't send them with any bedrolls, though. Gabe, you're gonna attempt a doctor. It will probably look pretty hilarious. 34%, yeah, pretty hilarious. But that is even more cloth for construction. Five hours left on the beer, so they'll have a little bit of a beer party coming home. All right, they're just about inside landfall, and there's thankfully nothing that can get them killed while coming in. It's really annoying when there's some sort of dangerous thing, you know, right at the border or boundary of your base, and you enter and it's painful. What? Why are you unloading your inventory here? That was weird. All right, JD's gonna grind up some mechs and go back to cooking. Everybody should be back on simple meals. Ooh, JD's needing some smoke leaf. Here, let's take beer from the fermenting barrel then, so that we, you know, if we have mood problems, we can not use smoke leaf, because it's pretty penalizing in terms of penalties. Wow, JD, you're really mad. Oh, the terrible speech sucked, so I guess that's why. And my chance for a terrible speech, what was it? Out of curiosity, sheer curiosity. It was 3.6%. It is just hilarious to me how many terrible speeches I get, considering my chance for good ones. I rather like it. I actually find it hilarious and depressing in kind of equal percent, you know, in equal amounts. Okay, so the smelter hasn't been moved. But this, of course, is a deep drill that we can deep drill for steel. So we'll turn that back on and let Leth and Gabe go at it. Now that we need some more steel. And instead of having random traps sitting in my stockpile, I'm just going to install them. It looks like the traps... Well, I actually don't want traps in the front row. That's fine. So, getting some repairs done. Replacing the single mini turret that went pop. And then everything else. JD should be working on the cataphract helmets, I think. These guys are going to the terrestrial... Oh, wow, you already mined that up. This stuff. And then... Oh, there's no more steel in this cave? Okay, I thought there was. Now, this cave is a sapper vulnerability. Now that it has a output. But I can live with its vulnerability. It's fine. These doors probably should not be left open, though. And Hippie, I'm going to have you clean up the base. Oh, a solar flare. A solar flare right when it becomes warm enough to mess with our meals. That's not cool. That is decidedly and definitively not cool. All right, how soon till this stuff... it's still frozen for now. But it won't be for long. So here is the machinist. It's brother of Phoenix, named Raph, coming in. Along with the rest of the exotic goods. That's not bad. And because it's so very tempered out, they probably aren't going to go leave anywhere. All right, spoils 1 hour. Oh, jeez. 1 hour again. Bunch of spoiling in 12 hours. There's not much I could do about these 1 hour meals. So I think what I could do is maybe forbid all the meat that's not spoiling immediately and hope. Yeah, it's gonna go. Oh well. Couldn't be helped. Thanks, Solar Flare. Alright, Mr. Raptor. Let's get you over and trade. So, Raph, what do you look like? You are teetotaling, bisexual, hypersensitive. Psychically hypersensitive. And this will be a little trade here. I'm almost tempted to swap out Cauterize for this Healthy Crab, because Cauterize, of course, has... I'm going to do it and name the new one Cauterize. I hope Angelia doesn't notice. It's kind of weird, right? They have Shock Lance and Insanity Lance. I'm also going to buy a Mega Screen TV. And then we're going to install this as the last thing I do this episode. Because we really haven't had a nice TV in a while, right? Or ever. So here's a Mega Screen TV for our dining room. Boom. Well, guys, that's all the time I have. I hope you appreciated the psychic suppressor attack and then the beautifully done Phoenix drafting straight through the mech cluster toxic spewer site. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so very much for watching. Adios.